Welcome to our new format, Color Analysis Celebrity Edition! Hi everyone and welcome back to Color Analysis Studio, or welcome if you're new. My name is Giulia.
I'm Alessandra.
And we are two color analysts. Today, in this video, we're going to analyze the colors of Selena Gomez and Zendaya. But what is this color analysis thing that everyone's talking about?
Color analysis is a method that helps you find the perfect colors for your clothes, makeup, accessories, hair color, and much more.
We thought about creating this celebrity format because color analysis was born in Hollywood in order to analyze and find the best colors for movie stars. Fortunately, this service is now available to everyone, and you can find out more if you're interested in discovering your own color palette at coloranalysis.au.
The undertone is the first step of a color analysis session. It's the difficult part of the analysis because it's referring to the base of the skin. So warm people are yellow based, while cool people are blue based. So we need to see the reaction of the skin of our clients to different colors, and we use colors that are warm and cool, so different in undertone. You can see how this light reflects on the face of our client.
It's also important to remember that in color analysis we work by matching. So if we find out that Zendaya has a cool undertone, it means that she works better with cool colors, while if her undertone is warm, she will work better with warm colors.
So the undertone of Zendaya, I think, is very evident, and she is very warm. I have to say that with the warm options, her skin becomes immediately golden. We have the feeling of that beautiful yellow reflection from the warm colors reflected on her skin that is very natural. It's adding a very beautiful golden glow to her colors that are already very golden. So
yes.
In this sense, it's not a matter of modifying her colors, but is adding something that she already has inside her skin. That warmth is already part of her complex.
True.
With the cool colors, let's say that is missing that golden glow. It seems that the cool options steal that beautiful golden glow from her, from her skin. So
I agree.
She becomes a little bit grayer,
I agree. Yes.
a little bit duller.
Correct. I would say that this cool red dulls everything down and removes color from her. Yeah. While with the warm option, everything is more alive. The cool color switches her colors off a little bit.
Absolutely agree. So her undertone is definitely warm, and we can really see how with all the warm options, tomato red, salmon, brown, cream, and gold, especially with the gold, drape, I think is very evident. She's very lively, golden, and flattered by that warmth that these colors projected on her face. So beautiful warm undertone.
100% warm. And if we have a look at the color analysis graph, at this point we know that Zendaya is gonna be an autumn or a spring, because these two seasons have a warm undertone, while at this point we already know that she's not a summer, we already know that she's not a winter, because those two seasons have a cool undertone. How do we decide if she's a spring or an autumn? We need to analyze the level of intensity of her colors. So does she work better with colors that are very intense and strong and loud because her colors are very intense, strong and loud? Or does she work better with colors that are more muted, gentle and delicate because her colors are muted, gentle and delicate? In order to analyze the intensity of Zendaya's colors, we use spring green from the spring palette and olive green from the autumn palette, two colors that are warm in undertone but very different in intensity. And I would say that while the spring green is a little bit strong next to her, it's a little bit overwhelming, right? You want to look at the green before you look at her, or you don't know where to look, right? Should I look at her or should I I look at the green, we switch to olive green and everything makes sense. There's a lot of harmony and the color frames her features beautifully. Of course, she's beautiful in any option, but with this olive green, we can really see the match between her softness. Can you see that her colors are very gentle, very delicate, right? So it makes sense to think that a color that is gentle and delicate like olive green is the perfect match for her. So I would say, Ale, that her intensity is low.
Low, absolutely agree with that analysis. Everything makes sense with an olive green that is more in line with their softness in general. The spring green is not bad again, but let's say that olive is matching better, is blending better with their colors because they share the same level of intensity that she has. So that's the beauty of color analysis, finding a color that is similar to you, respecting who you are.
Exactly right, love it. And if we have a look at the color analysis graph, we can come to the conclusion that Zendaya belongs to the autumn palette.
Absolutely. A beautiful autumn. We could find a lot of beautiful photo of her wearing the right colors. Look at this photo of her wearing warm, deep and soft colors. The match is absolutely so harmonious and so beautiful that we didn't have any doubt that Zendaya is an autumn.
And I especially love all of the photos of her when she's wearing a warm, delicate makeup. You can really tell a lot with makeup. If the makeup really works perfectly, that's a huge indication of a color palette, and Zendaya works so beautifully with these autumny colors when it comes to makeup.
Rich, warm and soft. So not overpowering, and Julia is right when she say in makeup we could really see the effect of the color. Like the hair color, look how beautiful she is with this golden undertone in the hair. So everything works very harmoniously when she wears colors that match her warm, her depth and her softness. So beautiful.
On the other hand, when we have a look at her wearing colors that are not part of her palette in terms of hair, clothes, makeup, of course she's still beautiful. She's always so beautiful, but of course we don't see that same harmony. So from a color analysis perspective, the autumn colors work definitely better compared to the others. Beautiful. So Zendaya's analysis is done. Autumn 100%. Now we can go analyze Selena Gomez.
That's gonna be very interesting because let's say that on the surface they look similar in the sense that they have brown hair, brown eyes. So let's say that while on the surface people can look very similar, the analysis might be very different because it's never a matter of analyzing the surface of our colors, but it's a matter of analyzing the underneath of the skin. And that's why it's difficult, and that's why we need a professional to do this job. Otherwise everyone with brown hair, brown eyes will be the same.
That's right.
You know, there are so many people in the world that we cannot be the same. Julia and myself share more or less the same color, right? Brown hair, brown eyes, you know, but we are the opposite, right? Actually, if you're interested in seeing our analysis, you can go here and you can see how different is our analysis. So let's have a look at Selena. I'm very curious to see what happens with the analysis.
Let's start with the undertone face like before. Well, I have to say that starting with the red, so the cool red and the warm red, the pinks, cool pink and salmon, then the darker colors, navy and brown, the whites, so we have the pure white for the cool and the cream for the warm, and then gold and silver. When it comes to metals, every single time I feel like when we go from cool to warm, the skin becomes yellower, but it doesn't look natural on her. It looks a little artificial. And when we do the opposite, so when we go from a warm color to a cool color, the skin becomes so clean, so clear, so beautiful and even the color of the lips, look with the red, the color of the lips becomes very berry, like it looks like a raspberry, right? Very flattering. It looks like she's wearing a sort of lip gloss or something. So the cool colors, I have to say, clean the skin extremely well, while the warm ones that project that that yellow base that they naturally have, look a little artificial. They look a little out of place next to her colors that are much cooler.
Absolutely, absolutely agree. I'm noticing that differently from what was happening with Zendaya. With Selena, that yellow reflection is not part of her. It's modifying her color.
Yes.
While with the cool options, she's very natural, and we love her in the cool option. That raspberry red, I think, is
so beautiful.
Beautiful. And you say the right things when you say the lip color.
Yeah.
It's incredible, the perfect match, and how she's lively with the cool options, with all of the cool options.
Very different analysis so far in terms of undertone. So I would say, Alessandra, that the cool option is the best for Selena, therefore she belongs to the left side of the graph where we find winter and summer.
We can definitely exclude spring and autumn this time because they are warm in undertone and Selena is cool. So again, in color analysis we work by matching, so it makes sense that cool colors work best on her. Now is a matter of intensity, okay? So it's a matter of deciding if Selena's colors are bright like the one from the winter palette or soft like the one from the summer palette. And we compare two greens, even in this case an emerald green, part of the winter palette, bright, highly saturated, clear and vivid, versus a sage green, part of the summer palette, soft, delicate and muted. We can really see how the bright option match perfectly her level of intensity that is as high as the emerald green. So that emerald green, I think, is perfectly in palette. It makes everything saturated, strong and vivid and clear, while the sage option dulls her colors down. Her colors don't match perfectly that sage green. It seems a little bit weak.
Yeah, the color disappears next to her, like it's not enough. Next to her colors, they are so much more intense and bright, while with the emerald green I find that everything is so lively and strong and vivid and beautiful.
Absolutely, absolutely. She has a high level of intensity, she's very bright, she's definitely a winter.
Correct, because she belongs to the top part of the graph where we find a high level of intensity. So, winter and autumn, two very different profiles, the opposite. So guys, as you can see, it's not a matter of having black hair or blue eyes or blonde hair or green eyes. It's a matter of the undertone and intensity of your colors.
We can really see in Selena how bright, deep and cool colors emphasize her natural coloring, her natural beauty in a stunning way.
Look at that. I love her in all of these beautiful winter options.
And again, makeup, her color in the cool option works better than the warm colors. She's still beautiful.
Absolutely
in
beautiful.
any color she wear, because she's beautiful.
Exactly.
We have to say that. But of course, with the cool colors and the bright colors from her palette, she's special.
Absolutely. And it looks very natural, I have to say. It really looks like her, right? So yeah, I really love her in the winter colors.
So Giulia, we're at the end of this video.
Yes, I had so much fun analyzing the celebrities. Let us know in a comment down below what are the celebrities that you would like to see next on the channel. Guys, thank you so much for your support and for watching the video until the end.
We're gonna see you very soon on this channel with more videos.
Bye bye!
Bye!